What type of OR are you? SpendOR? SavOR? Investor? Hmm? Welcome in chapter 2.3. What type of OR are you? So you can really tell how well you use money based on your answer to a very simple question. Pen and paper time. Go ahead and get out a piece of paper. I'm going to ask you, if I handed you a $100 bill, what would you do with it? Go out, maybe buy something. What would you buy? Visualize. Now let's say I changed it to $1,000. I gave you $1,000. What would you go and do then? $1,000, maybe something different. Thinking maybe a cool trip, cool concert, something like that. Last question. What if I gave you $10,000? 10 stacks of high society.
I'm back where I started, with 3 stacks of high society.
Where and how does your perception change based on the amount of money? How you use money is seen through this time frame, because how you see $100, $1,000, or $10,000 is based around how long you intend to use that money. Chapter 2.2 showed us the 8th wonder of the world. Today we're going to visualize exactly how we make money our employee. So we all need friends, and I know 3 friends who have an objective. They all want to go see the new thriller, The Hungry Money Games. And they all go out and get a job. This job is going to pay them money they earn. And that money they earn is going to go and see this new thrilling movie. But as friends are different, they all have different rich goals to achieve their objective. Right, rich goals? You remember those? So let's meet these 3 characters. We have Spendra, Salvador, and Investina. As I said, they all have different objectives. Spendra wants to go see this movie as soon as possible. Salvador, well, he doesn't want to just go see the movie. He wants to go out to dinner first and then go get his favorite movie snack, Reese's Pieces. Who doesn't love Reese's Pieces? But Investina, she has an entirely different rich goal. She doesn't want to see the money hungry games with any money she's earned. She wants to go see it with money she's created. At the end of week 1 of working, all 3 realize they're going to be paid in Starburst. Is that right? Yeah, Starburst. With this money, Starburst, they have a decision. Are they going to spend or save? Let's go to the board to get more of a visual. At the end of the first week, each employee gets their 1 Starburst payment, and the question becomes, do you spend or save? Well, Spendra runs out and sees that new movie, The Money Hunger Games, and everybody else decides to find somebody that is actually going to pay them money for the money they've earned. Let's see how this plays out. Week 2 comes, another round of Starburst that they went out and earned. You know Spendra. She ran out and bought that new country hit, Old Town Road. Hit it!
Take my thoughts to the Old Town Road and get it right.
The other 2, well, they're getting their first interest payment, the first taste of money they didn't earn but created. They get it from the bank and they stack it. But this comes with the second decision. Do they spend or save that? For now, they both decide to let it ride. Week 3, earned money comes on in, and guess what? Spendra goes right back out the door on a new pair of shoes. Salvador, well, he hit his rich goal. He gets to go out, have a dinner, movie, and even the best movie snack out there, some Reese's Pieces. He takes that money he earned and created and goes and enjoys the night. Investina, she just sits back and smiles, watches those Starbursts start to stack up. Week 4, money comes in, but rent's due. Spendra has to throw her last Starburst back on that pile. She's starting to get a little worried. Salvador got to enjoy his movie out. Now he's setting a goal for a fun trip this summer, starts back saving his ways. Now Investina, on the other hand, finally hits her rich goal. She gets to go and see this new movie, The Hungry Money Games, with only money she created. No money she went out and earned. That was her dream. Setting those goals helped all 3 achieve very different goals, very different approaches. But they had to choose, spend or save. I don't want to shock you, But those three characters not so secretly represent the three types of ORs: SpendOR, SavOR, Investor. And what they really represent is how long you see money. Spendora, the SpendOR, saw money on a day-to-day basis. Money came in, money went out the door. Salvador, he started to see money in a time frame of a couple weeks or months, even a year or two, but always saving up for a specific part or a specific objective. Now, Investina, on the other hand, turned every dime she earned into her employee. And by doing so, her employees started to create their own employees. And she started to create money. This is taking the secret of the wealthy, the eighth wonder, and putting it to use by answering that simple question. When you receive money, do you think spend or save? And are you creating employees? Question of the day. What type of OR are you? Go back to that $100,000, $10,000 question. Action item today. The next time you receive money, ask yourself, am I going to go spend this? Or am I going to go put it to use and make it my employee? Tomorrow, come back because we start chapter 3. And how do you begin to control your money?